don't know if I want to go much further than that. I think my next go will be the bottom two. You know, we'll do the bottom two next because it's like those can still go. It's still hitting and everything. But we look up here and boy, almost looks like I can go a little bit further, huh? Man. And see, you know, there's slop in there. When I push on the, lift up on the door, you can see that gap right there go in. And it's doing the same thing at the top when I do that. Let's see. See the gap between the hinge? Right like that. And I know that can go up further, but boy, how much further can I go? And is that screw actually working 100% like it was from day one? Crank on it a couple more times. It's still going. Hard to find it. There it is. Okay, it's pretty tight. It's not as tight as it's gonna go, so I'm gonna loosen up on it just a hair. Not go any more on that one. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave that right like that. And I'm gonna do the bottom ones now. The bottom ones, instead of tightening them, I have to loosen those two screws. Okay? I'm going to loosen those, and that's going to move the door over that way, and it's going to raise it up off the bottom. So instead of tightening it, I'm going to loosen it. And before I do that, I have to loosen up those screws on both sides of it. Okay, so I take the screw, and I'm loosening that. Instead of tightening it, I'm gonna do like two. Okay. And that one. Oh, boy, I got that. I really cranked down on that the first time because I thought maybe that would do something, but it doesn't. So I've gotta. See, if I didn't undo those, I wouldn't be able to undo the other screw, I don't think. I think that's how that works. It's gotta be. Okay, now put it in there and that's a half a turn, another half a turn, go up some more. Some more. I should be actually creating a gap behind the hinge more. We'll see. Let's see what's happening here. Hope you're not getting tired of watching this, but hey, I'm gonna have to go through the same type of thing. I almost have it. I almost have it, but ooh, what's happened? What has happened here? What has happened with that? Okie dokie. Okay. Let's see. There's got to be more adjustments. See, I've made it bigger there. Bigger yet there. Look how big the gap is. But see, when I close the door, see how close the gap is now? But I don't want it that close, do I? That's way too close. And I wanted that closer. Well, that's what those other two screws are for that I loosened up. I think when I tighten those, that's gonna suck that back over. See how big this gap is here? I want that. I want that, a tight gap. And I want the gap about like this, if not just a hair looser than that at the bottom. Okay. And so I got a little bit more work to do on this. And so these bottom ones, I'm going to tighten up a little. Or wait, let's see. Okay, I loosened those before. So now I have, now I'm gonna, I did it just a hair too far. Like that. And with those top ones, I think there's just a fine line of, see, once I did those, I've got to tighten this back up against the hinge. I'm just going to see what that does. And I think that allowed me to get it tighter up against the door frame. Okay. So this one works slightly different than I had at home, but it's kind of the same, you know, a lot of checking back and forth. And I think this will now allow me to be closer to the door frame. We're going to see here in a minute. Let's just do this by hand like that. Let's see what that's done. Yeah, look. See, now I got a bigger gap there. And I've got almost the same gap as I started with. But I've got to just, it's just going to be some trial and error to get this. Let's see, now that I adjusted that a little bit more, I've got, the gap is a little bit smaller, and I've got a bigger gap there now again, see? So I'm gonna keep messing with this door until I get it right. Yeah, it's still still hitting, so I know I can do a little bit better. Back and forth I go, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute.